and getting ready for tomorrow, we're having a Labor Day celebration. So I just thought I'd check in with you guys and get ready for tomorrow. So I did pick a topic on ASMR, different things that you can hear, kind of like the tapping and just different sounds. But there was this one lady, I'm going to be, man, YouTube can't really see what's going on. Let's see if I can fix YouTube a little bit. So this lady had posted about some ASMR that she was listening to, and her mother had told her, she's a younger girl, and she was saying that her mother had told her that she wasn't allowed to listen to ASMR. And so I was just kind of hearing her story, and it was pretty interesting on, why her mother thought it was ASMR was demonic. And so she started talking about this demon that she ended up seeing. So I was kind of interested in it. Now there's something to the spiritual aspect. So I'm just getting ready for tomorrow's party. So bear with me while I just got 3 rotisserie chickens at Gordon Food Service while I'm getting ready for this party. And they're only $3 each. So I'm like, oh my gosh. So stocking up, getting the oven ready. We're going to make a multicolored cake. I got 2 people who just recently had a birthday. So bear with me while I do this. It's kind of gross. That's the only thing I don't like about rotisserie. But the ASMR, I know a lot of people either get calm about it or they start getting addicted to it, because she even said that she was addicted to it, and she was falling asleep to the ASMR that she had listened to, and she was talking about this demonic. Okay, so my sister's just updating right now. My mom is in the ER. Hi, kid. ASMR, auditory stimulation. I'm not exactly sure what it stands for, but just like the different sounds that you hear. Sometimes it's like the rain, but they'll have people where they do different things where they kind of open things, and you just hear the sound of them opening, or the tip tapping, or just different sounds that we can hear. Now, sound is a vibration. And so she was talking how it kind of opened her mind to these demonic spirits. And she started describing it as she was a black girl, but she was saying it was white. It had facial expressions, but not facial features, but not really. So it was kind of vague, I guess. And also in this black cloak. And she got really terrified. And so she got tempted to listen to it again. And she was saying that the same thing happened. Now, there are some people that do ASMR, they get very sexual with it. And, talking about opening up certain portals, certain things that we're listening to. And it kind of had me start thinking about the different musics we listen to. And it's really interesting how certain music, everybody either gyrates to it, or it brings spirituality out of people where they praise with their bodies. So I want to do more research on that. Run says, yeah, the people whisper, crumple papers, the gludge of a water bottle, squishing noises. Yeah, I know kids really like it. And the reason I wanted to bring it up is, sometimes if you have ADHD, something like that sound can, hi, Mike, we're deboning chicken right now before I make my cake. But opening up the conversation right now, I'm talking about ASMR and the sound vibrations and opening up portals. So when you're dealing with, let's say ADHD, that there's a lot going on in your brain. And so it's kind of like a distraction. Some people have 500 viewer crazy. What do you mean? Oh, 500 views on just the ASMR. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, there's one where it's kind of this one is kind of catered to children. And I didn't know what it was until I taught art. And this one kid's like, can we watch ASMR? And I'm like, what are you talking about? So they would have, lots of kids love that. What's it called? Slime. They have a firm slime, and they keep adding different things, and they squash into it. And it does make you feel a different way. It'll kind of give you like little tingles. And it was just interesting that she was talking. I reached out to her asking to do a podcast on it. So you guys too, if you have a topic to share or are interested in something, I like hearing other people's things because she actually experienced it. The only thing I experienced is like a little bit of a tingle. Other kids said it too, that's what they would feel. But the fact that she said it was opening up, like a demonic type thing, is she actually saw an entity. I'd love to hear what she has to say in person on a podcast. But, the spiritual realm is out there, and I don't think it's talked about enough. People kind of shy away from it. So lately, it's really been on my heart and my mind to, even if I lose subscribers, getting the truth out there about what is going to heal us. Because, we talk about the body and the mind, but we have to talk about, the whole channel name is A Soul Survivor. So, I didn't hit go live. Dang it. I'm going to have chicken juice all over. So, yeah, bear with me, guys. We got one down, 2 more to go. I hate doing this. It's so gross. And sorry about my mess. You see I just started this. First time in my life, I have medicine. I will tell you what it is. I'm kind of struggling with some arthritis. So that's NSAID, where it's an anti-inflammatory, non-steroidal, and it's actually helped. So if you guys struggle with that, but I know it depends. I didn't realize I got my big old mess out there. But I got the dishes done, which I'm about to make a bigger mess. I haven't dried them yet, but so we're notifying viewers that we're live. Got lots of people joining in. I am deboning a chicken, and sorry you guys missed the first part. I'm getting ready for a little swim party tomorrow. And what are you guys doing for Labor Day? It's supposed to hopefully be a nice day. We had a terrible rainstorm today. Gross. Dang it. Dang it, I smudged it. But have you guys, I do want to talk about the spiritual stuff and this unspoken realm, because I've had some interactions that can be quite scary. I know we were talking about like the sleep paralysis before. I've experienced that. And, some things can be written off by science and other things just don't quite make sense. Ludwig said, our kid says, sleeping all that heart. I don't know why they put a heart over where the YouTube puts a heart right over your words. Sleeping all the lazy day. And we got other people joining us. Sleeping is what you plan on doing? So we're just getting ready for tomorrow's party and talking about different things for Labor Day. Yeah, you might as well. You earned it. That's what it's supposed to be, a day of rest. And more likes can attract more viewers. Thank you, guys. I'm deboning the chicken before we go. Run says it's so you can tap the heart as a reaction. Yeah, I get it, but I can't read. It blocks the last portion of a word. So I'd rather... I don't know. I don't like it there. I don't want it there. I don't like it there. I'd rather access it myself instead of having it. Like, your words are more important, I think, because I can say thank you and, all that good stuff. But ain't no party like, oh my goodness. You get some inappropriate comments on things. But so yeah, just enjoy the break. I know I've needed it. My mom currently is in the hospital. Thank you guys for liking the live. We're deboning chicken right now. But say a prayer if you can. My mom is having some heart pains. So look at that. Thank you. Look at that. Oh my gosh, all these people joining in. But as far as like the spiritual realm, a lot of us are hurting. And I think it's, like a lesson to bring us closer to God. You see so many people. It's really interesting. I'd like to know your take on it. All these people who all of a sudden, once they find God, they have a peace about them. And Ron says you can adjust the screen, but still difficult to see depending on what device you're on. Yeah, I do YouTube off of my computer. Kid says, so do you think narcissists are demon possessed? Yeah, I do. And this is what I mean by it. You know, we have limited understanding of like demons. Now, I think there are demons, and I also think we have temptations. But I think, all of that kind of goes together, where you have your temptations, which kind of lead to a not as good life as you could have, whether it's alcohol, sex addiction, or even just not following what we should follow, because there are good moral codes. I think we miss out on a lot of our things by doing things our own way. And the narcissist loves to do their things their own way. Also, during the rage is kind of, demonic. Where's this anger coming from? I think God is like light and love, and the devil is the opposite. We made barbecue chicken 4 minutes ago. I bet it was delicious. I couldn't believe this was only $3 each one. So definitely want to get that. Oh, what does it say? Trying to keep up with you guys. As soon as I can keep up better with the comments after I'm done with this chicken, I have to get it finished. And I will scroll up and check. Sometimes I can see if I look over at the right time. Vestal says, I read the New World Translation of the Holy Spirit. I read the King James. But I'm going to start, I have a video that kind of goes into some of the messages that either people are misinterpreting. But as far as I'm being demonic, I want to study more on like schizophrenia. It's almost like, there's a science to it, but there's also, we should, like trying to be worldly and not talking about God, and realizing that there's different religions out there, and trying to be, polite to everyone and politically correct. Focus on cutting. We don't want you to, it's just with my hands. So yeah, just my hands. But as far as it's like, the sadness and like, it's the devil at work. So I see people after they've been hurt by a narcissist. Sadly, she only cares for YouTube chat. Nope. I have to scroll on. Don't say that. I care about you, John Anthony. I have to get this done, and it's only going to take me about 5 more minutes. That's not true. Usually I focus more on TikTok, just so you guys know. But my hands, I can't scroll, and there's not as many people in YouTube right now, so it's scrolling at the right pace. So I do care about you, and I promise. And Mimi is here. Hello. It's just, if you can see there, I have to look at it at the right time. And I promised I would scroll back up. Okay, mommy. Thank you. Yeah. I do usually focus more on TikTok. And we have Facebook open too. But there is spirits. My cousin died this year, and the glass on her room was moving around the table. It was empty, no water in it. Dry, no condensation. He died that night. Do you think karma hits the narcissist? Not always in our time. Sometimes the karma, like let's say I break up with a narcissist and I'm like, I can't believe he's happy with his new supply. His karma might have nothing to do with me. It might have nothing to do with, the new girlfriend. So our minds a lot of times are like, I just want him to break up. That's the karma I want to see. But it could be something completely unrelated. Sometimes we don't always know, but there is a karma that happens. But even if we don't see it, or even if it happens in a different time, it will happen. And LOL, not mommy. I'm your mom. So Ron says there are spirits and demonic attacks. Even just the missed opportunity. So let's say you're tempted by alcoholism and you might miss out on certain job opportunities or all these kind of things. Our karma might be different. And in the end times, when you meet your maker, you're going to get some karma there. That's why the telepathy thing is very interesting. Yeah. And there's something to it. My daughter and I, we used to be really, really in tune with each other. We could finish each other's sentences and things like that. But okay, so Run is bringing up. Tell me what you guys think. Thank you for liking the live and being patient while I finish this chicken, and then I'll focus more, guys. But the word spells, and that's why they say, and it's like in the Bible, hold hostage your thoughts or your words or whatever. Don't just say the first thing that comes to your mind, because some of our thoughts aren't always kind, or sometimes we need to think through it. Ron says, be careful what you say in anger about someone. And that's how, the demonic spirits work. Sometimes it's not like this ghosty kind of zombie thing floating around. It's like, just like, bacteria and viruses. I missed you too, Mimi. So glad you're here. That, you think about one bacteria or one virus can take a person out. It can kill a person. And it's kind of like, the devil's infection, where the words start to hurt and the anger. And, I'm hoping women, we need to do better. I was really sad about this guys, I give you credit. Women aren't always nice to you. And women have it hard too sometimes. But there was, talking about the high value woman and trying to have a high value man. And this one lady is talking how she started like dating and this guy wasn't very nice. Now, I don't think he tried to SA her. I don't know how he wasn't nice, but from what she was saying is he just wasn't nice. He probably wasn't a right match, or maybe he got short with somebody. And so she's like, I don't know what to do. He's probably going to reach out and I don't want to see him again. And so all these girls are like, ghost him, block him, don't talk to him. And, it's just perpetuating. Even if he was a jerk, that, he's not going to learn the lesson if you just ghost him. Now, I'm not saying like talk to him, but just, put your boundaries up and say, look, I appreciate your time. I'd rather not pursue this any further. And you can let them know, like the way you were talking made me very uncomfortable, whatever. But people, we go through life and a lot of people are just hurting people. And sometimes they're like micro infractions. Like that guy was just short, but so Ron says, hold your tongue sometimes, and the enemy listens also, and will use your words against you to make you feel awful. That is true. That is very true. Hi, Heavenly. Feel free to hit the love. I'm sitting here deboning a chicken. This is the last one. We got, tonight we are making a cake, maybe cookies, depends on my energy. Cutting up a watermelon and so cake, cookies, coleslaw. I don't know what else I got going on. But Ron says, high value man, women's stuff is crap. It's based off material and money and career. If you lived, these things can be taken from you at any time. And that's kind of what some women are thinking, that kind of high value. That's not what it means. It means like, a good person. Okay. Here are the hearts. Thank you, Heavenly. The more you guys do that, try to get that confetti. Let me know if that happens. This chicken doesn't seem, I don't know. This is a bony chicken. All the others had tons of meat. My dog's sitting here. High value. But you do want somebody who is high value. Doesn't mean they're rich. It means that they're kind, compassionate. Look at you. Thank you so much. Look at all that love. 100%. So, yeah, people are misunderstanding things. It's not who has the most amount of money. And that's why you're supposed to not live in gluttony because it invites, some evil into your life too. Heavily says, I just got the confetti, girl. I've been getting the confetti on your live streams. Excellent. And of course, YouTube, tell me if you can still see me. I have this antivirus thing popping up. Luckily, I am done with the chicken. I'm just going to wash my hands. Thank you for liking the live. My sink's right here, so bear with me. And get my dog. And then I'll clear out the YouTube screen. YouTube, can you still see me? All right. There we go. I'm glad to have the chicken done. So now we are going to learn my secret to a very moist cake. And Dixie can have her. That still looks like a lot of chicken, but it's not. It's not coming off. All right, we'll get Dixie some food. It's okay. Exactly. It's for richer and for richer these days. Yeah. People are more concerned about material things than people. You see people fighting and, doing some terrible things to people over money. There you go, Dixie. Okay, so I could catch up with you, TikTok. Let me just kind of scroll on up. Don't want to make you guys feel that I was ignoring you. I just had to do that really quick. And there, John Anthony, I'm scrolling up right now. Just saw your oh, Davy. Well, for one thing, you're not being nice to me. And we got somebody wanting Trump. Mimi says hi. What did I miss, John Anthony? And Davey, you weren't nice to me. Did you even say hi? Who is Bonnie Tatum? Are you just tagging her? I'm not seeing that I missed anything. Yeah. Did I miss anything? Oh my goodness. That's not true. I wasn't giving me a hard time. Take 400 hearts. Thank you. So you guys are giving me a hard time, but there weren't any comments that I missed. Maybe one or two. But yeah, we're gonna get this cake started. Dang it. Okay. Welcome to my kitchen. Thank you guys for spending this day with me, this time. They talk about, I don't know if I have ADHD, but they talk about like body doubling, where you have people with you while you're doing certain tasks that can help. It's just nice because it's either don't do this and spend time with you guys or don't see you. So kind of killing two birds with one stone. Yes, I am tall. See? Oh, you can't see over there. Yeah, I'm touching my ceiling. Very tall. Don't even fit in the camera. All right, so let me get the eggs out. We'll get this. Oh, I knew I forgot to grab the bowl out. Let me go grab a bowl real quick. Dixie's loving the smell of chicken in my house. But yeah, $3 from 4 to 6. You cook all the time and chat on live. Do you? Are you telling me the truth? Sometimes I don't know when you guys tell me the truth. I get that a lot at school as a teacher. They love telling stories. All right, TikTok, sorry, you're kind of angled a little different. You have like the best angle for certain things and the worst for the other. You do? What do you like to cook? I wonder if Debbie's going to join us tonight. There we go. All right, so I'm going to give you my secret to absolutely delicious cake. I have no idea if people are going to eat it. They've been eating it last couple times I've been making it. Do you guys like cake? All right, I need a bowl. Hold on, guys. Sorry. All right, grabbing extra things. Here we go. All right, I'm more prepared than last time, but not perfectly prepared. You love cake. Good. What do you guys like better? Do you like chocolate or vanilla? Today I am making a vanilla cake. I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna use a nice little box cake. But here's the secret. Here's the secret ingredient. Vanilla pudding. I'm gonna try it next time with chocolate pudding. Vanilla pudding. I did this last time. I bought classic white because I am going to be adding different colors to it. But Debbie, I'm cooking. Debbie's been giving me tons of recipes. And I'm in a hurry and I'm still kind of struggling with my energy, and my mom's in the hospital right now. So just kind of doing what I know. But Debbie, I am getting around to some of your definite recipes. Ron says vanilla. Kid says I like vanilla and red velvet. And Ron says French vanilla. Good, because I'm making vanilla. So how many cakes did I do yesterday? 2. All right, so it says 5 egg whites. Let me grab one more mix. I think I'm going to make a double. It's probably how many people I have. So we're going to do a double. Oh, do that by 2? Maybe not, guys. All right, we're just going to make a single recipe. Dang. Okay. All right, I thought I had 2 mixes. Got peanut butter. So, I know, Debbie. Yikes. Kind of going a little crazy running all over trying to get this ready. But, all right. So, I do not have 2 cake mixes. You're supposed to only use the egg whites, and that's what's going to keep it white. Do I do that? Do I show you guys how to do that? I don't know. So let me scroll down. I'm just going to, man, I should probably do that. All right. We'll do it. All right. Let's see. Can you guys see me? All right, here we go. Here's my egg. All right, so you just kind of go back and forth and just get the egg white. Take the yolk out. Oh, there's a little yolk that came. All right, so there's one. Let's see if I can do it. Let's see how white this cake turns out. Man, this isn't good. There we go. We'll do it this way. All right, 2. I don't like doing this. Now I gotta wash my hands again. Ron says my dad was in the hospital a few days ago. Chemo treatments. He got an internal infection. That's not good. How's he doing today? Is he a little bit better? And you just go back and forth, get that egg yolk out. Have you seen where they use like a bottle? You guys, I do check the. Dang, this one's stuck. I do check the messages so you can message. There you go. I'm doing it the right way. This is what a real cook does, guys. Just go back and forth, get that yolk out. This one's stuck in the container. Yep, I just crushed it. All right, let me get one more egg. But how's your dad doing? It's amazing all the medical advances. I know I wouldn't be around today if we didn't have all the medical. Mimi says, there's something about to happen and I'm scared. I have no idea what to do. So when you say something's about to happen, do you just feel it in the universe or is something going on? What do you mean something's about to happen? I know you've had a lot of changes going on. I can help you if you are able to share at least a little bit of what the story is, because I'm here to help you. And my viewers too. I don't mind you guys chiming in with, that's one nice thing, you know, it takes a village to help each other. But keep me posted on how your dad's doing. All right. Sorry I walk off camera. A lot of fight finna happen. Between who? Lots of fights. At school or between your dad and somebody. So let's talk about these. Mimi. Vestal says, I have this person we are dating. And is that going good for you? Is that going good? So I'll wait for Mimi to type what she's trying to say. And we'll get the oil and all the rest of it. So Vestal says, have my advice, audience. Have any advice, audience. So I know you, Vestal, you've been struggling with a couple things. And one of the things is, you know, when we have certain things that we make sure we communicate with the other person. I process things this way. So if you're autistic or ADHD, to be open, you know, sometimes we're afraid of losing someone, but we can lose them by miscommunication just as well. So here's a half cup of oil. So 1 1/4 cups water. So all you've really kind of let the viewers know is you have this person and you are dating. So what's going on with that? Your dad is not at home. No, at home. Your dad's not there. Did you invite and he left? So the fights are going to happen at home. Who lives at home? Is it just you and dad? Because that's something we can handle certain situations in a better way. And if it's a really toxic, dangerous situation, sometimes, you know, we might have time to handle that before. Your dad and mom are at home, Ren? Never mind. No, tell me, Mimi. Never mind. Don't tell me never mind. You're not allowed to do that. You say your dad's... Oh, not at home. Not at home. Okay. Wait, you said no at home. Something is going on. A fight finna happen. No at home. My dad is not here. Tell me. No. Never mind. Are you interested? Some silicone babies? Are you talking about the like the real life looking babies? Yeah, I'm not really into dolls. I know one of my viewers is, but Debbie is asking what I am making. I am making a beautiful cake. I'm going to add some color to it. I had a couple birthdays of some of the people that I invited. Just kind of surprising them, even though it's good. Never mind. Oh my gosh. It's okay. Don't worry about me. So you had the reborn babies. Okay. So I know I have a friend, if I was going to buy one, I have a friend who actually makes them and puts a lot of care into the... Do you make them? What up, baby mama? Good to have you here. Deeply attracted. I think this person has a personality disorder. Do you think... What kind of personality disorder? Ron says, I mean, I'm 41 and live with my parents. I'm in Seattle. It's not cheap to live, and just us. Better to move back with them after the fiance and flying monkeys and threats and stuff. Yeah, sometimes, you know, it's okay to take a break. And what's for dinner? Well, I'm making stuff tomorrow. I'm making a cake right now. You guys are going to help me make coleslaw in a little bit, homemade coleslaw. I'll tell you my little secrets. And then I'm just doing it easy because I've been exhausted. I'm just going to do like some cheese bratwursts and hot dogs. And then also macaroni and cheese. I have a friend bringing over some green bean casserole and gonna make some cookies. Of course, gotta have the Doritos. Yes, I do make some and I give it in good prices. I know a lot of people after a miscarriage that sometimes they kind of latch onto that and kind of help soothe them. Do you do any that are like recreations of like an actual baby where it's kind of like a model of the same baby? Wow, you're tall. How tall are you? Yeah, ladies man. There you go. You can get me tapping on my ceiling. I'm 6'1". I got flats on. Do I look that tall in the video? I know you guys usually don't comment how tall I am, but yeah, I am tall. And I think my ceilings are a little low. I don't think they're the full 8 feet. I know it sucks. Like I try to do these videos, I can't fit in my camera. Everybody else can fit in their cameras. So it's good to whip. I should get my whisk. I broke it last time. Debbie, how's things been going with you? Skinny? Well, I'm making cake right now, so I can eat it. I used to be a lot heavier, though. I wear like a size 4 or 5 right now. I used to wear a 16. And I think they also, Debbie, do you think they changed the sizes? Because I don't think I was a legitimate 16, maybe a 12. Is it Lillian? I can't see. It'll show me. Yes, I do create it. Any face you want, ma'am. And that's great. That's great. And thank you for liking the live. 6'4". I'm 6'1". I am 6'1", and I got a hair in my eye. How'd you get into doing that? I know some of those can be quite expensive, though. It's not easy to date because of perception. Grown man living with family, but now he is sick. He is doing a bit better. He's on some kind of strong antibiotics for the infection. So sometimes, we have to decide, is it our turn to take care of our parents, or do we have somebody who's willing to help with that, or at least be understanding? Because I did that. I quit my job and gave up my place to move in with my parents. It was hard. My dad was dying, also my grandfather. And right now my mom's in the ER, right, as we speak. But I have my own place now. You're welcome. Well-educated perception. And you said lots of seduction, doesn't take things seriously. Yeah. So she's, that's the thing. If she's kind of using her body or being pretty sexual, there's a chance, this is just based on research, that she might have like some SA abuse in her past. She might be programmed to believe that, her body is what's going to get her what she wants. Sometimes if they're that promiscuous, they may also try to seek attention from other people. So be careful. A successful relationship is one that is your head hurt. Why is your head hurt? You've been struggling. So yeah, she's not in, totally not Nolan. She was one. Communication, yes. And the thing though, with people that have personality people that have these types of personality disorders or mental illness lie a lot. So even the communication we expect, and it might seem like they're communicating with us. Education is the deduction of communication. Kind of. Debbie says, I'm just folding clothes for the weekend. Going up was a quick decision. Art is going swimming this weekend. Hopefully the current is strong and he can float down the river. So when you say Art is going swimming, what do you mean by that? His ashes? Art is your ex, right? And $300. There you go. First shall be last and last shall be first. Swimming sounds fun. Swimming. Yeah, I love swimming. I'll be doing that tomorrow. So we got this kind of whipped up. You guys gotta remind me of this stuff. So I'll tell you what, if somebody's interested, they'll reach out to you. Yeah, just allow people to reach out to you instead of using it as a platform to market. I don't mind you guys telling real quick what you do, but that kind of makes it uncomfortable for some people, though. He's not my ex, my husband who passed away. You know what? Thank you for correcting me. I didn't mean it that way. You're right. And we talk so much about narcissists that I know your husband was kind. Sorry, I said ex. I meant your late husband. Sorry, I said it that way. That was wrong of me. So is that what you mean by that? His ashes. And there's going to be beautiful weather for that. And there you go. Are you going to have the family with you when you spread his? He said that's okay. Good. Yeah, him and I, we're buddies. He understands me. But I know he's alive in you. And, it's hard. Mama, can you have it on your profile. So if they click on your profile, they'll see you. So thank you for liking the live. But here we go. I don't know if I might have added too much pudding this time. Trying to be relevant. Toxicity is not good for the mind and brain. And, as far as getting into a relationship with somebody who has mental illness, you might want to be a friend to them, But it's going to be a long road, and very difficult. So maybe either do couples counseling, or is she able to acknowledge what's going on with her? So you talk about the hypersexuality. Is there anything else? You've always been the one that helps with stuff. Ron says, I'm the youngest. My sister both have homes. One is married. Things haven't been good for me, but oh well. And we got to change that, but oh well. We're going to be positive and change our mindset, say it's not positive yet. You ruined your health. Now I haven't healed. I know. And that's why, the sooner we help people, help ourselves, the more things that we can avoid. Mimi says, I almost ran into the wall. What's going on with you? Are you getting dizzy, Mimi? He said, that's okay. Emily, I and my son plus the kids. Oh, and Marty. Oh, Marty's going too. Good. It was clozapine. Is that what you're saying? Ruined your mind? All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add the food coloring. I think since I'm only doing a single, I think this will be good. All right. So I need help with colors. What colors am I picking today? Maybe I'll do a couple colors. I got red, yellow, blue, and green. So yeah, that's why anytime you can kind of heal yourself, rewiring that brain, it's better than putting the mask of medication on. I know sometimes things get extremely out of hand and you get into like an emergency situation or overwhelmed. I put too much pudding in here. Dang it. Ugh. There's too much pudding in here. No, I'm tempted to put another egg in. All right, so we'll do a little bit of green. Debbie says Art had bipolar. He was a little of work at times. It made me want him to be an ex at times. And that's the thing. You got to be real strong. What were some of the things, Debbie, the bipolar did for your relationships? How did it give you struggles? And Mimi, why you almost ran into the wall? You have to tie you down. Let's get this green going. We'll do 4 colors this time. I did 2 last time. Vestal is saying hi to Mimi. Vestal was in here before when you were on. He was a lot of work. Did he ever get violent? Sometimes we do have to talk about the violence. Or did he ever storm out and kind of shut down, not give you the courtesy of communication? You're so tired. Aww. What time do you go to bed? What time do you wake up, Memes? You got a new nickname too. It's Memes. All right. So we got our green. I'm going to make it a little bit more green. We're going to overdo the green. Irritation is a part of mania. Yep. And people, a lot of times, it's just human nature. You like people to match your energy. So she's going to be irritated. And because of that, she's going to try to bring you into that irritation. So do you really want a life of that? Like anxious people. If you notice people who are anxious, they start making you anxious. Irritation is also part of depression. Yeah, you might want to be left alone, things like that. Antioxidants, grape, wine, cranberry, broccoli. I don't know. Goji berries. My daughter pronounced them for me. Goji, super greens, CoQ10 for the mind. That's, hi, Claudia. Good to have you here. You woke up at 7 a.m., Mimi. Oh my goodness. What time did you go to bed though? Did you tell me? Let me scroll. Debbie says anger. He snapped before he understood what was going on. He stormed I knew he would storm out. Yeah. He stormed out of the house to the garage, took a hammer and put a big dent in his 69 Chevelle. Why do they do that? They'll do that. They'll damage their own things. Just out of anger, the anger management. So, do you know how much of the damage was financially? Because we got to think about that too, that He can punch holes or I don't know. So as far as should we start a relationship with somebody like that? I think we can kind of help them, but to have somebody who you're going to live with, and I don't know. Run, these things help with your mental illness. Goji, good for the eyes. Well, you can tell I haven't had goji. So good to have you. Becky is here. How's it going, Beck? Rebecca? She's a friend of mine from high school. Nice to have you here. We are making a cake. I think you popped in before when I was making a cake. Just talking about different things that we're getting ready to do for Labor Day. I have some people coming over. Debbie says, I'm doing good, Becky. Debbie says, actually, Becky, my mom's in the hospital right now. She's having some chest pains. And I was in the hospital like 2-3 weeks ago, but I'm doing good, just still exhausted. Keep you updated on mom, but I still remember your mom and her tuna salad, a little noodles. That was so good. I'll never forget that. Or our trip down to the Carolinas. Debbie says, I told him therapy or else. I told him there's no one else you're going, and he went. So yeah, thank you, Becky. Becky says, sorry to hear. I know it's hard when your parents start getting older, and I know you've lost your brother pretty young, and there's I had miscarriages and all that stuff. We never know how long we're going to have on this world, and that's why I put it off for a long time, talking about the spiritual aspect of it. But and so Ron is talking about lion's mane. I have Becky, my brother's son, was studying. I don't know if I want to do. Hi, Calibri. Good to have Calibri joining on YouTube. And Claudia says, so, yeah. Yellow. We'll see how the yellow turns out. But anyways, my brother's son has been studying about the ketamine. And some people have good experiences. Some have terrible experiences. So, as far as like healing the mind, they say ketamine kind of like opens it up. Also, like you're talking about, the lion's mane mushrooms help stimulate new nerves, and damaged nerves helps the mind and focus. That we got to be careful on that, because you're getting into a different realm, and it's just opening up a portal that could be good, could be bad. And also, how consistent is the dosing? And they say you got to have somebody with you for 2 hours, and they want it to be a physician. What's Becky saying? So if you type in Bennett Schiller on my YouTube channel, you'll see he's very informative. He's working on either the master's or going into, he'll eventually have his doctorate in it. So, I don't know. They were just saying on CNN too about how people are overdoing it too. So things in moderation, but a little worried on that one. Even if it feels good, I don't know. I'd rather try to rewire my brain on my own. All right, guys. Hopefully this turns out good. I'm not too sure. We shall see. Added too much pudding mix because I thought I had 2 cake mixes. But Becky, and you don't have to tell me exactly where, but are you still in the same area from when I knew you? Or when we hung out? I still know you. All right, so we're just going to glop all over the place. We'll see how this goes. Not a perfectionist. This can be so pretty. They say people are creatures of habit. Let's see if Becky's still out the same way. Let me get this off the screen. So, Claudia is a viewer. So Claudia just said that she has some baby dolls, but you want some? Here's a pink. So yeah, just let them reach out to you. That's probably the best way. So that's who she is. She's a viewer. Vestal says, how often do Does you read? Do I read? Psychedelics should never mix with neuroleptics. I agree. Ron says, how often do I read? I don't read books. I hate reading books, but I love researching. So I don't read like novels. The things I read are educational. I don't like reading love stories. Uh-oh. What'd you guys do? Live restricted. Oh, what'd you guys do on me? All right. So I got to relog in. I don't know why you guys get me restricted. I'm only relogging in on TikTok. Dang it. Why do people do that? I don't know what they were saying.
All right. I'm fine.
All right. Homeopathic is what do a lot of foods. I just thought the mushrooms in a stew. You have to heat the mushrooms to release the chemicals in the only way to get true health benefits. Got to be real careful. Like on mushrooms. I know my nephew did that. So definitely know what you're doing. I do have a friend. She picks morel mushrooms all the time. But definitely be educated on it. To me, it's too risky. Look how beautiful. Not really, but I'll show you. I don't know. Just got to be colorful. I got kids coming. They'll have fun with the colors. Shiitake. Those are good. I like those. All right, so we got our blue. Probably shouldn't have done all 4 colors, but I did. Yeah, somebody, I don't know what somebody did, but hold on. Is it just bringing me right back? Am I still restricted? I don't know. Thank you for liking the live. Welcome to, okay, good. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Please don't even tell me because then they're going to restrict it again. Hopefully you guys will be respectful. I don't like when that happens. Getting restricted for something I didn't do. But I got people joining. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Joe. Fish. Do you like to go fishing? I got people. So we got people joining back in. Yeah, don't get me restricted, guys. Pikachu, what's up? Vessel says started. Be careful with that. I wouldn't be selling that stuff if I were you. I think that's too dangerous. Causes people to, I don't know. I wouldn't be doing that. And be careful. I wouldn't post that. I wouldn't post that you're doing that. Just saying. Get yourself in some trouble. All right. So let's see how this is going to turn out. You know, I won't judge you guys, but there are times that we cause ourselves some problems when we shouldn't. Because, you know, that's another thing about the temptation. You know, that quick, easy money, but that's a dangerous life that you're opening yourself up to. So instead of thinking about the quick, easy money, think about how safe it is. My safety is more important than any money. Ron says, I used to have a cat. I have a Bengal mix. Very smart cat. Pawn things I ended up with the separation. You got the cat. There you go. Sometimes we get what we want and sometimes we don't. All right. So I got my cake. I'll show it to you guys. Here we go. So here's, just looks like a big bunch of globs. I'm going to kind of swirl it. Hi, Tyler. That's what says on another timeline. Okay, so we're going to swirl it. This might be the worst thing to do. No, this is going to be good. Yeah, there we go. We'll swirl it back around. There. There you go. What do you think? It looks better than the glops, right? Okay, so we'll put this in there to cook. We're going to have Mr. Moo help us, my little cow. I put the, it says 350, but I put it down to 325 because I'm using a glass. And I need to put it on for 29 minutes. Hopefully this thing works. I did it once and it didn't go off. Went off every other time. So that's all. I'd rather not talk about that. It's legal in certain places, but you know, the federal versus the state and all that kind of stuff. I won't judge people on what they do, but I don't want to promote it either. I think it's very expensive, and I think people abuse it and all that kind of stuff. So I'd prefer not, and that's okay. You lost the aquarium, tropical fish, though they died in the move. And, you know, and you're saying great glasses. Thank you so much. I tried finding some new ones today. And Jim says you have beautiful hair. Why did I dye my roots? I know my hair's not quite right now, but you know, Kraft mac and cheese is so good. They are awesome. So I do want to highlight it though, You think you like these? I like the pink ones too. I broke a pair. I tripped over my dog and broke a pair. So we're going to get the timer set. The other thing that's crazy about my hair, I don't know why it does this. It's all my hair, but you can see it like it's broken back there. I don't know why. I don't know if it's from necklaces or my school keychain. You thought you should get a septum piercing? Nah. What kind of dog do I have? I have a Dixie dog. So Brendan, let me see if I can get Dixie. Pop up. Come here, Dixie. Come here. Come here. Good girl. Come on. You guys aren't done. Dixie's tired, but I'll show you Dixie. Let me move this one. Come here, good pup. Come here. Yeah. You are so tired. Oh my goodness. Stay. Very good. Very good. Oh, this is my Dixie too. There's Dixie. Look, isn't she sweet? You'll see her in a couple of the videos that I make. She's heavy. You gained some weight. Look how sweet she is. So this is Dixie. Yeah, you doing good? All right, I'll put her down. She's tired. Gentle, gentle. There you go. Good girl. Psychiatry. Oh, something my sister just popped up. I see that's good news. So couldn't see what they said about my mom, but I guess it's probably something good. Some comments in this live were filtered. What are you guys doing? Beautiful and distinctive. Thank you. Dogs. A senior citizen. Yeah, she's pretty old. I hope she stays around for a long time, but she definitely is a senior citizen. Not gonna lie. I lost track of how she's probably like 12 or 13. She just keeps having birthdays. Let me wash my hands because I just touched her. All right, guys, I'm coming back. All right, so we'll do something simple. We'll do a quick one right here. I'll do all the dishes in the morning. How old is she? I think she might even be 13. So yeah, she's 12 or 13, 12 at least. But she's the biggest sweetheart. I know. Free for us? We just be free. Oh, you want me to go back? Medical license? There you go. I've been so tempted. I was even scrolling about education. And this is one thing. You got to be so careful on how people word things. So on Facebook, I'm getting all these pop-ups because I've been researching going back to get my, I'm certified to teach psychology, but I want to be a licensed therapist. I'm a certified trauma coach and life coach, all that kind of stuff, but you know, it would help having that credential. So on Facebook, there's this one thing that pops up. It's a 120-hour course, like 90 hours are on live, like in meetings. And you say, thank you for sharing the live. Tell me about your first. How do you know I've done that? You think you better than people? No. I think everybody is their own person. Ron says I got blocked without knowing on one live. Oh. Did they find it, you commented too much, or what would cause them to do that? So, fits your name too. I love it. Dangerous stuff ruled out. And I can't see the rest. All right. So they're still doing tests on my mom. Do I, no, I don't drink alcohol. My message doesn't show up anymore. So not that I haven't, but like, I'd rather eat a candy bar than drink something. There are times I have had some, but you hear a rose? Oh, can I hear a rose? Your phone always blown up. Oh, that's because of my mom's in the hospital right now. So yeah, I'm not going to drink anything. That's up to you. And so when I just turned 21, I was pregnant with my daughter, and I always wanted to be able to, well, during the pregnancy, I didn't want to drink. And then after I had her, I always wanted to be available in case of an emergency to drive somewhere. So I never really even drank. But there are times I have, but it's not like something that I do all the time. Ron says they do hear just that particular content creator. So Debbie, with your situation though, how's that going? So Seaman, thank you. Just trying to, find out what's going on with mom. So that's why you're hearing the buzzing. I got 3 siblings, so they're kind of talking to each other, and you're built like that's good. So you might hear a rose. I'd like to see some roses. All right, so we got that done. I got the timer going. Okay, so I went to Aldi's today and also went to Gordon Food Service. Also went to the Dollar Tree. Did I go to another store? But I went to Walmart too. So I did not want to go to any others. Debbie says he's staying here now, back to being clean again. That's good. I'm glad you're there for him. Hopefully he gets things straightened around, because I know you set up some boundaries, and just make sure. So Mimi says, is this for Labor Day? Yes, I am making this for tomorrow. So Labor Day technically is on Monday, but I'm going to have a nice little swim party at the lake, and tomorrow should be probably the warmest day of the weekend. So that's why I picked it. All right, so I already made the other dips. This is the easiest dip. I'm going to have some vegetables tomorrow. So they didn't have, I tried buying Dean's sour cream, get up to the checkout, and they were saying that it was, or I saw that it was light. So I asked if they could exchange it for the full flavor. And they don't sell the full flavor. Why? I don't know. I'm going to have so many dishes to do tomorrow. All right. Easiest dip ever. I do like the Marzetti dill dip, but you just take a packet of, they do have the dill flavor. This is ranch. So you just take this, put it in some sour cream, and you got your dip. You only sub on a gaming channel. I don't know much about those gaming channels, how they work. And then I like to sit it overnight so I can kind of absorb all the flavors and just have it ready for tomorrow. Carrots and dip. I love it. I learned this recipe in high school from my friend Michelle Savage. And her grandmother would make it. We went down to Florida one time, and she had a big old tub of this stuff and tons of carrots, and I ate the entire thing all by myself. And only because I met the content creator, so I just support. How did you meet them? But what do you guys think about the ASMR? That's what we started talking about. Do you think it opens things up? It changes your brain waves and gets you into a different state. It will make you feel tingly. And I know there are people who get aroused by the sounds. Does that invite certain demons that way? All right, there we go. I'm going to go ahead and label it. Now it's making me hungry. Got so many dishes for tomorrow. All right, super easy. Then we're going to make the super easy coleslaw. Just go ahead and write on this dill. See all these things we do getting ready for a party? And I'm just taking it easy. Hi, Ella. What is the cream called? This is sour cream. I'll show you. Hold on. So I just used a little packet of ranch dressing. They have Hidden Valley. I was at Aldi's, so it's like no brand, but just sour cream. Plain old sour cream. And then you just kind of mix it. It's really good with carrots or whatever vegetables. And then the other stuff I made, no, this is regular. This is really good too. I already had some of this. You can't really see it online. But this is like for potato chips. I use sour cream, and then you add in a package of the onion soup mix. So Numbers says, I am celebrating. And Numbers, I know you talk about math a lot. Tell me about your fascination with math. Ron says, a lot, these content creators move around. I was a cable technician, so met a lot of famous people. I did a lot of jobs dealing with public and go directly into their homes. So LMA, thank you. Thank you. It looks so good. This stuff is really good. I like this stuff. I was addicted to this stuff as a kid. This actually, check it out, guys. This is why I caught on fire. At my 5th birthday party, I wanted a barbecue for my birthday. And the only time my parents would let me have potato chips is if we ate outside. So I was telling Hajime Mashite, Japanese language. I saw my Japanese friends today. They're from Japan. That's why I call them that, because I tutored them. But I wanted to have potato chips. And so my parents, with the July birthday, thought, we'll just have a big barbecue. So it exploded and all that stuff. But it was over potato chips. And this stuff's to die for, literally. So yeah, I gotta love it, right? LMA. Ron says, a lot of cool stuff. I worked on the house. Bill Gates stayed in with his roommates when he was young. Interesting. It is the language of the universe, but of philosophy. So Number says, Mimi, you can come to understand it. And Michael, good to have you here, saying hello to me. Nice to have you here. Ron says he bought it and rents it out. That's smart, as long as your renters don't terrorize your properties. Run, join us on TikTok. Run, you got some friends. So now we're I'm gonna share my little recipe. Oh, did I? Okay. All right, here's my other quick fix for coleslaw. I'm a little bit sad they didn't have like the tricolor. It's just carrots and cabbage. You guys could cut up your own cabbage. I am stingy with your money. You just want to keep counting it. Phantom is here. Phantom, I am cooking. We got a cake in the oven right now. I'm sharing all my different little recipes. So here we go. We got the coleslaw. It's already chopped up. You can chop it up yourself, but figure why not. Conserving my energy. I'm going to make 2 bags of it. It's always good to let it sit overnight. Ron says, yeah, he has stipulations on what can be done to the home. And he's talking about Bill Gates, what renters can and can't do. That's a lot of people will do that too. And Rhonda is joining us. Nice to have you here. And TV, is it TV? Or what is it, Mr.? I can't say. Dr. Midnight. So Numbers is asking, Claudia, do you know Hebrew? Where'd that come from? I know a little. Go Bolts. Number says, I gave EBT to my siblings. So thank you for the love. Is that Heavenly, or who's giving me all that? That might be Phantom. Who's giving me all that love? All right. So here is my secret coleslaw, which is so good. Do not buy the light. Sometimes I like to cut calories on this Don't cut the calories. You'll be sad. So Marzetti's, can't remember how much this is. It's like $4 or $5. But then you're gonna measure it the Cindy way. You're gonna take it. It's probably like 1/2 to 3/4 of a cup, about half a cup. And then I'll probably add just a little bit more to taste. How tall? I am 6'1". Definitely tall. I'm not wearing heels. Is that Guillermo? So yeah, I'm touching my ceiling. Isn't that crazy? And then if I wear heels, I do want to do like my tap time, but you know, that's what sucks. Now the ways up. Dude. Ron says it's because he was developing Apple Microsoft stuff when he lived there at one point. It's a history thing. Ah, interesting. So you're hella strong? Are you talking about me? That I can hella strong. All right, so let me stir this up. Guys, I'm running out of dishes. This spoon is very strong. A little bit big, yeah. So I start out with about 1/2 cup of it. And then you mix it in, get it all coated. You definitely don't want to overdo it. This will need more, I can tell. Then I'll be able to show you about where it is on the bottle. And I'll add a little bit of salt to it too. But yeah, definitely do not get the light. I had to doctor up the light last time. I had to add like mayonnaise and ranch dressing and just some salt to kind of counteract. And yeah, the company even said that they like this stuff better, the full flavor. There you go. There you go. Just a little bit more. And then tomorrow I might need to add just a little bit more. But here you can see I brought it down to here. So that's about how much you use. And that's two bags. Like I said, tomorrow I'll be adding in just a smidge, like 2 or 3 tablespoons more if it needs it. There we go. You have never been on TikTok. I know some TikTok folks though. TikTok's fun. Discord would be nice. I don't know anything about Discord. So the recipe here is just a little bit over, it's kind of like a 1/2 cup to 3/4 cup of Marzetti and just 2 bags of coleslaw. There you go. That is perfect. All right, you guys want to do cookies or not? Are we doing cookies tonight? 10:30. Oh, the cake is looking good. Phantom, I got to show you the cake. I don't think you were here when I was doing the cake. Cakes turn out pretty. Now I'm all excited. Wasn't sure if I should have done all 4 colors, but I'm glad I did. Kids will absolutely love it. I'll add the salt tomorrow. So what's everybody doing for there? Hollywood, nice to have you join us. And Jeremiah giving me compliments. Hello back to you. And Numbers is saying hi to Hollywood. Ron says, my life has been like a movie, like being famous, but nobody knows me. But a few famous people know of me, but I don't communicate with them regularly. People forget when they deal with so many people. So yeah, sometimes we get into that life. I know when I went over to China, I'm actually kind of famous in China, to be honest with you guys. But just being so different over there, I was treated like a celebrity. And so I got to kind of experience what it's like having strangers coming up. They wanted pictures with me because, you know, a lot of them were like this, about this tall, and, you know, the dark hair and dark eyes. Ron says they recognize me if I bump into them. Very cool. Do you like that, or do you like to shy away? And Mimi, let me see. Are you saying about me being famous in China? Because I won a trip over as like one of the best teachers out of 15,000 teachers. So, Nick, I think you're trying to give me a compliment. It's good if you're talking to a girl, not to say handsome, to say beautiful or pretty, but So we got, hey, pretty lady, thank you for that. I appreciate that. We talked about my grandpa was telling my sister that she was gorgeous, and she thought that you yawn, you're yawning. Why are you yawning? So he would call her gorgeous, and she hated him for it. And she thought it meant handsome. But Benjamin is here. Nice to have you. We're getting ready for Labor Day get together tomorrow. Gonna be swimming at the lake. So the cake should be done pretty soon. I don't know. Nobody said anything about cookies. I don't know if I need cookies. I got the cake. I don't know. I asked people to bring stuff if they could. Politics. I try to stay away from politics so you guys can make up your own mind. I definitely have my opinion on things. Sometimes I'm tempted to share, and I see all the love going up. I appreciate that. Oops. What does this say? You want cake? I know. I got to watch. Where's Mr. Moo? Where'd my timer go? I've got too many things going on. Oh, we also have the watermelon we're supposed to cut up. Where'd Mr. Moo go? Here he is. All right. So supposedly there's like 7 more minutes. I'm not too sure on that one. Other discords like mental health. Do they have that though? So McSweeney says you're a tall drink of water. Yep. Are you thirsty? Hopeless Discord server. Yeah, I started looking at it and I don't know if they have mental health stuff on it. I know there's a lot of gamer stuff. And thank you for liking the live. Let me double check this. I'll show you the cake. I'm still new to this house. I've only been living in it since May. Yeah, it's getting there. Look at it. It's all swirly. Look how pretty. I don't think, yeah, it's not done yet. Yeah, because I even turned down the heat to 325 instead of 350 because it's in a glass thing. Misty Cafe Discord. Nick says the hair. You like my hair? Well, thank you very much. And Jeremiah, thank you for the follow. We're trying to get to 10,000 followers. So, McSweeney, thank you so much. Yup. Mimi says, can I have some even though I hate cake? I know I used to hate cake. I don't have a sweet tooth anymore, but I used to want birthday brownies instead. Stab it in the middle. Yeah, I'll get some. I got my toothpicks right there. It's not ready yet. I can kind of sense that culinary. So you're just being polite. And I'll tell you what, it's got that secret ingredient that I told you guys about. Ron says I shy away. Always I say soup. How are you for real? That good. I be safe. Ex-Seattle Seahawk lives down the street from me. I stay to myself in my little isolation box. Lives pretty much when I socialize. You'll get me oh, I didn't know there were cake testers. Debbie, you're so sweet. Take culinary classes. You don't like my fancy cake? Debbie's giving me recipes. All you gotta do is follow the recipes. And we got some, from Stockholm, Sweden. Is it Mick? I don't know if it's Mikey or Mick. I'm gonna say Mick. If not, phonetically spell it for me. Cake and pie are the best. I used to work at Baker Square Pie Place. I had to quit that job. I only worked there a little bit because I was pregnant. Dang it. Spilled that. But bussing the tables would cause me to have contractions. But you're getting ready to go to sleep. That's probably good though, Mimi, because I know you've had a headache and not feeling the best. How did this happen? Oh, so it is Mick. Okay, cool. Good to have you here. So I'm cooking that cake. I have enough time to fix the cookies. Do we want to do the cookies or not? You call yourself a nobody, but somebody just a chill soul. To myself, all that NARC betrayal keeps you very observant of others and analyzing. The thing is that we shouldn't call ourselves a nobody. We should be our own best friend. And, how can we expect somebody else to believe that we're worth something when we're kind of cutting ourselves down? So you're not a nobody, sometimes we might feel alone or not seen, but that doesn't mean we're a nobody. Each and every one of us has the potential to do great things. And that's where building that self-esteem up, because you're right, when you start going through that abuse or you feel that other people don't see your value, but that's kind of it. If you're like, I'm just a nobody, subconsciously think about it. If you're like, I'm just a nobody, why are people going to be like, oh my gosh, can we hang out? But if you're like, yeah, I'm somebody, I'm going somewhere, this is what I'm doing, or I'm a kind person, identify with, tell me some of your quality traits instead of calling yourself a nobody. Cookies. All right, Jeremiah, I will make the cookies. Now I could do butterscotchies. Would have to be like an adjustment. Debbie, did you ever have those? Those are kind of big. I don't know, 20, 30 years ago. Numbers behave. So we could do butterscotchies. I'm not sure if the kids will like those. Mimi, you're not a nobody. You're my adopted daughter that I haven't adopted. Where am I from? I am from Michigan, the home of the butterscotchies. Or we could do chocolate chip. I added, you guys got to tell me, chocolate chip or butterscotchies. Gotta let me know. Ren says, well, I was told I could play in the NBA, and then asked, what do I do? I like a lot of different stuff, jack of all trades. What landed me in the presence of these famous people, plus the telepathy. I do want to talk more about the telepathy or research it more. Debbie, what's that cake tester like, though? What part of Michigan? The lower part. Definitely not in the UP. I can barely stand the coolness. Butterscotch. Oh, you guys want butterscotch? I need like 9 more people. Butterscotch. It'd be something different. Do you think kids would like the butterscotch ones? I'm going to have to go off my memory and adjust. Do chocolate chips. I could do both, but I don't have a sweet tooth, so anything left over, I could bring to the school. I could do that. Give it to the kids. It's spiritual, why all this happened. Their curiosity and mine. So pass cross. Very true, very true. Chocolate chip, chocolate chip. It's a new cool cooking show. That's right. Yeah, I have enough butter to do both. I don't know. I need more people. So far, but Mimi's doing it twice. So we got a butterscotch and we got a chocolate chip. Guys, I need to know so I know. And user is here. Good to have you here. Debbie, is that you, Debbie, sending a photo? I don't know. Oh, so you're sending me a photo probably of the cake tester. Thank you. You love oatmeal raisin. I don't have any raisins. If they're done right, I like oatmeal raisin. If they're done right. My dad used to make those all the time. And thank you, user, for the compliment. I appreciate that. We got Arnold here. And is it Patrick? Hey, what's up with you? Run says, Selma Hayek. I love her. She was so nice and pretty. So yeah, I think Debbie just sent me what a cake tester looks like. Oh my God, I'm glad you... Jeremiah, thank you. Thank you for donating. You got the #1 gifter badge. You are, macadamia cookies. Those are good. I don't have any nuts. I am doing good, user. My mom is in the ER right now, but they've ruled out like major things. So that part's good. Still waiting on an update. Hi from South Georgia. And here I am in Michigan. Nice to have you here. What is it? Redbug? Let me see. Redbug, what a cute name. I like your name. And John is here. Mr. Moo just went off. My little cow. My father passed away and he used to cook all the time. So I got his little Mr. Moo timer. All right, guys. I think it should be done. The oven is hot. So I could do cookies. We'll do cookies. I want you guys to tell me. Are kids going to like butterscotch cookies? It's done. It's done. Butterscotch cookies. Well, I think the psych ward security code need to update. What do you mean? Oh, sorry, guys. Debbie says, I added some silicone scrappers for you. I just added more to the cart. Debbie, you there you go. Get me cooking. You are so sweet. Debbie's been such an emotional support too. She's been a follower. We're going on 2-3 years. You are a sweetheart. What are you talking about? The psych ward? Talking about me. So yeah, numbers. So far it seems to be somewhat positive. Mimi says, chocolate chip mommy, please. What was whose name? Resurrection Hope. No cameras. It's just Harvey. Mimi says, I'm so drained and exhausted. So I'm going to tuck you in, Mimi. It's okay to get some sleep. And thank you, Jeremiah, saying that you'll say a prayer. Prayer does help. So I appreciate that. Hearsay on what? What are you still talking about? And Yuri is back. Good to have you guys. So I appreciate that. Yeah, I do believe in the power of prayer. And the more people that pray, the more miracles that can happen. So, all right. Let's see. What do I have to eat? Yeah, I'm going to make chocolate chip. I'm just going to play it safe because I have so many kids coming. If I didn't have the kids, I would do the butterscotch cookies. Oh, about it's my mom that's in the hospital. My dad passed away 2 years ago or so. So it's my mom that's in the hospital right now. But my dad was definitely a spiritual person. Thank you for being my number one gifter. Let's get these cookies going. While the cookies are cooking, I'll also chop up the watermelon. All right, so I need to get a bowl. All right, I'll have to do butterscotch cookies at a different time. I'm just worried about the kids. I want the kids to like the cookies. Night, Mimi. See, Mimi, got lots of people loving on you. All right, so I've done this recipe so many times. I know it by heart. Start out with 2 sticks of butter. I like to use the salted. I'm a saltaholic, which I'm getting tested for something called Addison's, where you crave salt like crazy. That might be one of the reasons I'm so tired. I've been really struggling for almost a month now. I'm going to get that checked out. All right, so it's good to have softened butter, and then you're going to want to put your sugar in and cream that, and then add the egg. It's weird. It does make a difference. Debbie says, the thought of the narcissist doesn't enter my mind anymore. I could care less about him. Yeah, and it takes time, but it does happen. Eventually, you feel this weight lifted, and there's times you're like, I'm just so sick of the BS. I don't need it anymore. And you start to see him in a different light, and that's that enlightening. Mimi says, I wish you can tuck me in person. I know. Maybe one day our paths will cross. Trooper is here, and Craig, Jeff. But the thing is, Mimi, I want you to have a fantastic night's sleep. I want you to enjoy this weekend and just get some rest. Rest is good for us. Ron says, worst about meeting famous people, people want proof and pedestal them. Exodus 23:6 prohibits making idols or graven images and bowing down to them. And that's kind of how people treat famous people. They're all nervous about them, and they're not treating them like a person. And also that kind of translates into, the famous people, they're going to react to that and kind of get used to being treated as better than, and this is vicious cycle. All right, so we got our brown sugar. All right, so we need 3/4 of, I'll put it over here, hold on, guys. I love my pink measuring cup. Gotta use the pink one. All right, so you're gonna need 3/4 cup packed brown sugar. And I cheat. I don't like to pack it. I'm kind of lazy. So I just do 1 cup unpacked. Mimi says, LOL, I couldn't hear you. What did I say? I said that I want you to get some good sleep. So you can enjoy this weekend. Number says narcissism. I had an ego. So you said you struggle with schizoaffective and also, is it, tell me again what you struggle with, numbers. Autism and ADHD, is that correct? Hi, Terrence. And Peter is saying hello. Nice to have you here. Thank you for joining. And Bert, LOL. You don't know. Okay, you don't know. So when you had that ego, did things start to crash after a while? Logic. Sometimes when we think too logical, men kind of have a logical mind. They're fact-driven a lot of times. And they also don't connect as easily to the emotions because a lot of times in their upbringing, they were taught not to share the emotions. So it's kind of like a foreign concept. Not that you guys can't be sensitive, but you're just not exposed to it as much. You know, you gotta be tough with your buddies and your football player friends and all that kind of stuff. And girls, we just talk about emotions. We talk about, that's all we do. No, we cook. Sometimes we cook. So you might go to sleep at 10 p.m. Okay. You enjoy cooking, Peter. What do you like to cook? Right now, I'm making desserts. I should probably turn my oven up a little bit. I need to increase it. The temperature should be 375. It's currently at 350, so I'll turn this off. Bake. There we go. By the time this is all stirred up. Did you see my cake? I'll show you my cake one more time. Put this away. I'll show you my fancy cake again. There you go. Isn't that beautiful? There's the bottom. All right, so I need to let this cool. Let me put this over here. All right, so let that cool. Now I need the white sugar. So we have, like I said, 3/4 cup of packed brown sugar. I don't pack it, so I use 1 cup, not squished down. Let me get the regular sugar that's already open. Look at the good Dixie. Here we go. Instead of opening up more than I need to. All right, so 2 sticks of butter, 3/4 brown sugar packed, 3/4 of white sugar, white granulated sugar. The brown sugar is what keeps them nice and moist. There, I said the word. How do you feel about that? Okay, so we got that, and then I'm gonna put that together. It's really kind of interesting how the different temperature of your butter and when you add your eggs makes a difference. Logic. Hey, the real Marcus. There are lots of imposters out there. Good to have the real Marcus here. And is it Sammy or Sammy? Thank you for following. Number says no telling how crazy I might be. How are you going to move when it's crunch time? You're Latino. Mexican food. Bueno. I agree. I had my first authentic empanadas. Those were really good. The only ones I ever had before were the apple empanadas at Taco Bell, but these were like beef and good. I teach English as a second language, so I have a lot of Mexicans and Latinos, so I get to see like the real authentic Mexican food. So that is fantastic. And oops. So the real Marcus, hey. Logic the Rapper. Thank you for just following, and feel free to share, invite more people in. Carne asada, pozole, menudo, tacos, Chinese food, a few Italian recipes. Sounds good. I'm not sure what. Wait, did they just talk? Yeah, I just learned what pozoles are, and those look good. I just learned that Thursday. I'd love to try those. You're the real Slim Shady. I had a crush on Eminem. Gracias, de nada. Eminem, I had a crush on him. What about musicians? We could talk about, the spiritual aspect. Do I know musicians? I lived 4 miles away from Eminem and just a few miles too from Kid Rock. Who have I met? I've met a couple. I met Marilyn Manson. I met a couple famous people. Lamb rib chop I made is my profile pic. There you go. You read the Bible a lot. I need to read it more. We were talking about that yesterday, about how when you read it 4 times or more a week, that it gets rid of the anxiety and things like that. If you read it less than that, it doesn't have the same effect. And that's part of building like habits, consistency. A lot of us are missing consistency in our life, and investment. The more you connect to something, the more invested. So I do need to do it more. I definitely need to read it more. Miley Cyrus, I actually like Miley Cyrus. You met her. I like her music. But now that I'm going down this like spiritual path, it's like, gotta think on it. I know Dolly Parton has done a lot of good. Her godmother. You met Marilyn Manson also? Yeah, he was real quiet. He was very quiet. And you discussed that with her. You told her, I don't know if Cynthia can keep listening to your music. But, and then also the different stages. We're talking about JoJo Siwa too, about the twerking in her underwear. But, she was dealing with a wrecking ball. So, classical music. American says, I even went and bought a bunch of pillows to make sure. I'm so sorry I didn't catch you when you were when I gotta read this one. I'm scrolling back up for this. American Lover, of course. That's how you got your name. I'm so sorry I didn't catch you when you fell from heaven. I promise I'll catch you next time. I even went and bought a bunch of pillows to make sure. You're so sweet. You little smooth talker. All right, guys, I just got engaged. Thank you for that. You tried. I'm gonna go. Love you. Mimi. Oh, you're tired. I thought you said you tried. Get some sleep. I love you too. American Lover. So, all right. So now we're ready for the eggs. You guys cooking along with me? You guys can do this. She was funny. Very honest. Yeah, I can see that. So American says, stop drinking Red Bull because her angel wings kept coming out. There you go. We all do it. Pozole with chicken gives more flavor. Do they? I think they said that they don't add cheese. No queso? ¿Por qué? There's no cheese? She stopped. Who stopped? I stopped? So with chicken. Okay. All right. So we got this all creamed up. You can see it. All right. Have a good night. I'm glad I got to see you smile. That's what I wanted. Oh, well, thank you, American Lover. Pop back in again on another live, but I appreciate you stopping in. I need to read the Bible more too. I have some serious flaws. We all do, and that's part of the growth, and when we have these flaws, sometimes our frustrations bring us closer to God. So he's got this little game plan, even though we get frustrated with it. Ron says, she gave me a hug and said, hope you're okay and do well. That was it. Oh, she is super, super thin. I shot my shot, crashed and burned. Are you talking about Miley Cyrus? She's little. She's tiny. And thank you for the follow. Yeah, she's probably, I don't even know. She's tiny. She always has been, though. She's always been little. Yeah, she is tiny. Well, I don't even know how tall she is, like 5 feet tall, 5'1". Pork is the original recipe. How's the head game, Mommy? How's the head game? We don't like head games, but they continue. And oh my gosh, Nashville, thank you so much for the rose. I appreciate that. You guys have been so generous with your gifts and stuff that I can do more cooking shows. I'll put everything you guys give to me right now, I can put back into the lives. All right, so we need 2 eggs. Thank you for your generosity. It also helps with motivation because I'll do these for like 3-4 hours sometimes. And, you know, when you guys show appreciation, even if it's, you know, 1 or 2 roses, that goes a long way. Just, it's uplifting. I appreciate it. All right. So there you go. 1 egg. You guys missed it. I did my egg separating the egg whites. I wasn't lazy this time. I did it the right way. Run says, so is the girl from Twilight, the redhead, Bella. She's super tiny, like scary tiny. Huh. Yeah, I know. The screen makes her look taller. How tall would you say she is? Like 5'1", 5'2"? Wait, who am I cooking for? I'm cooking for a bunch of people coming over tomorrow. So I thought I'd share it with you guys, give you guys some little cooking tips or just something to do on a Friday. It's Friday, right? Yep, Friday. I didn't have to work today. How many of you guys had today off? I'm real lucky I had today off and Monday. So as a teacher, we have, you know, pretty much the whole summer off. I did teach summer school. We went back on Wednesday and had a half day Wednesday, 2 full days. And then we had the weekend. Oh, syrup. And then, there you go. And then only a 4-day work week. So that was really nice. And Hubcap, good evening. And hi from San Antonio, Texas. Nice to have you. We are here in Michigan. Cooking up a storm, getting ready for company tomorrow. Let me see if I have any more flour that's already open. Making some chocolate chip cookies. Okay, so last time I was on, I must have opened up a new one. So I'm all stacked up. We're going to have to make those butterscotch ones pretty soon. All right. Yeah, because this is pretty full. Put the eggs away. All right. So I use about 2 cups. I know I don't wash it off. That's me. Michigan is very nice. Right now is the best time of the year for Michigan. And 2 cups of flour. 2 cups. Tomorrow's supposed to be, I don't know, 86, 88 degrees, I think. Just a smidge over 2 cups. It's supposed to be 2 1/4. I don't usually do that much. And then we're going to add the chocolate chips. So have you been to Michigan? Or you just saw some pictures? Texas, I've only, I've been to Houston, but that was like through a layover. Old friend of yours is from Michigan. Wouldn't that be crazy if I knew him? That'd be pretty wild. I don't think I can use TikTok on this phone. So my friend, my model people report it stops working. Because of your model? Do I ever use a mixer? I have a mixer. I have a blender, all that kind of stuff. I need to. You can see my KitchenAid back there. I also have a handheld one. No. Do you use a mixer for? I'm kind of old school. And then also, I grew up with that stuff, but then we had to clean it. I forget I have one because I just went so long without one. But do you do that with your cookie dough? I should have done that with the cake. I actually like using a mixer when I do cakes. But see, this way I can make things that everybody can make because they don't have to worry. I want to make some bread though, so I need to, or even pizza dough. That would be a lot easier in a mixer. What do you guys think about that? Increase character, like in TikTok. You're goofy. Cake. Cake. We got to frost the cake when it's cold. Definitely don't frost your cake when it's warm because it'll melt the frosting and it will soak in and not be good. The one thing I don't like, a lot of bakeries will do this sweet syrup where they took like sugar water or sugar oil, I think it's sugar water, and they douse the cake with it and it makes it sweet. I can't stand that. They'll do that with like some donuts and things too, but it's overly sweet. So if you have a cake that's super moist and sweet, they might have used oil. I don't think it's oil that they do, but all right. So chocolate chips. Tempted to do butterscotch, but for some reason I don't think the kids will like it. So I'll do that. And we'll taste test it with the high schoolers. I'll bring it to my high schoolers. I was thinking about that. Like, where's my Latino? Do you guys deal with like butterscotch? Have you ever tasted butterscotch? I don't know if that's like an American thing, but I have some kids from Africa, Yemen, like all over the world, Burma. I don't know if they've tasted. I don't know if they've tasted butterscotch. So fill me in on that. So the frosting, I'm thinking of just doing the white frosting just because it'll be pretty with the sprinkles I bought. Ron says, why? I was saying somebody, but nobody, moving in silence. Not pressing folks. Ron says, excellent. It was a pleasure to meet you as well all them years ago. There you go. I give to others. Stab it in the middle. Oh, I'm sorry. I read. All right, guys. See how easy this is? I should have bought more chocolate chips. I actually think this time I'm making cookie bars. I'm making cookie bars. All you got, I'm just making cookie bars. All right. Ow. All right. So they're going to be thick. So what, 8x8? 8x8 pan. I'm kind of wondering if I should turn down the oven a little bit. Debbie, what do you think? 8x8 or go, I don't know if I have an in-between. Yeah, I'll do an in-between. See, doesn't that suck? Now I got to clean this. I put it on my dirty counter. All right, I think this one's in between enough. Yeah, it'll give me a little bit more yield, I hope. I spray it just so it's easy to come out. These are going to be thick. What do you guys like better, cookies or cookie bars? Personally, I like cookies better. But one thing I wish I had extra chocolate chips because when this comes out hot, you can sprinkle chocolate chips on top and then kind of, when they're melted, when they're hot, you can kind of smooth them out. It's like a frosting. But, all right. For some reason, when they're cookie bars, I do like adding a little bit more chocolate. But I just did one bag today. All right, we got that. And it'll take about 20, 25 minutes, kind of playing it by ear. That's one nice thing about getting older is got recipes stuck in your head. But Debbie, I will definitely be doing some of your recipes. This is just a big party. I think some of the recipes, some are a little bit more expensive. So I'll do those a little bit more tailored to one-on-one or 4 people as opposed to a huge party. And, add peanut butter when hot. Who said that? That's good advice. Cornbread. That would be good. On top? Oh. You're tempting me. That might be a good idea. Would you use chunky or creamy? I got both. Kamala on top, so good. I might just do that. Reese's peanut butter cup. I could do this too. Reese's peanut butter cups. If you take peanut butter and powdered sugar, that's pretty much what that peanut butter filling is. So that's something too. I can make a little frosting. And if you take peanut butter, heat it up and pour it over ice cream, it's like that peanut butter drizzle that you get through the store-bought ice cream. It's like that ribbon that they put through. It's just melted peanut butter. So that would be good. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I went through a massive peanut butter stage before. When I was pregnant too, that was my main craving was peanut butter anything. Peanut butter and butter. All right. So we're going to do a taste test to see if people can live after eating raw eggs. All right, let me wash my hands real quick, guys. Gotta set my timer. I'll set it for about 20 minutes. Oh, that's going to be good. That's going to be good. Shouldn't do this with wet hands. Ron says you have very respectful communication and understanding. Why I was saying somebody but nobody, moving in silence, not pressing folks. So, yeah, there's times that we kind of shy away from people. We're afraid of their reactions. But when we build up our confidence, our self-esteem, we don't want to go through life secluding ourselves. Sometimes we're our own worst enemy, where we keep ourselves sheltered or isolated. Sometimes a narcissist will do that. Sorry, I'm off screen, guys. Hold on. But sometimes we self-isolate and try not to do that. There we go. I'm going to put this in a tub. Keep it nice and... I was going to use that for my watermelon. That's what I got to do. I got to do my watermelon. I was going to put watermelon in here. I'm going to keep it for this. Put the butter away. Set Mr. Moo. I shouldn't have pulled this butter out. I had more already. Okay, so the trick on setting these timers is you have to go back past what you want and then to it. Hold on. Just all these techniques. So we'll do about 20 minutes. And then we'll test it. Good evening. What you cooking? Well, so far I've done cake and this is my cake. I'll show you my cake. She's still cooling. So tomorrow I'm having a little get together at the lake. So I just made my fancy cake. And then we're making chocolate chip cookies right now. I shared my coleslaw recipe that we made and homemade vegetable dip. And is that all we did? We still got a watermelon to cut up. Oh, and I also deboned 3 chickens. That's what I did so far today. Only the ones I like. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, I've been a lurker of live chats of YouTubers I have met. I am not saying I met them or put them on blast. There you go. I get it. So Phantom says, hey, that's awesome. You like it? It's so pretty. I had 2 of my friends have birthdays this past week. So I figured go ahead and make them a cake. There we go. Hold on, guys. Can't find the tabs on this. This thing's heavy. Number says, when it comes down to it, a congregation will have a mix of personalities. That is so true. That is so true. Not everybody that goes to church is a Christian. And, I just saw this one preacher. He was going off on his congregation. He was on a massive ego trip. It was horrible. It was not representing who he should have represented. All right. So, Phantom, what's your favorite flavor cake? Do you like cake? Maybe you don't. The world is the same way. There's a mixed personality. We all got to get along. And that's why I was telling you, those women that were telling that one woman to just ghost the guy, we expect guys not to be narcissistic to us, to just ghost us or to give us some explanation or some closure. A lot of you guys are on here looking for closure or hurt because of that. So I was really disheartened that was the advice. Phantom says, just a chef. I'm sure you're an awesome cook. There you go. Yeah, I'm just a cook. That is the truth. Kiki, is that KK or Kicks? Kicks. Phantom says, I'm a cheesecake kind of person. I can make a good cheesecake. That I'm good at. Cornbread says, any cake is good, but if I'm not baking it. There you go. I love it. Ren says, the better you obey God, the more narrow the path and more there's some pain in. See, it has that heart right there. I can't. It could be therapy or their lives. I don't. There at times. I don't know why they have the heart right in the middle. And it's not so bad if it's up, but you can't scroll. You're stuck there. The more jealousy is sent your way. I get it. Because we're trying to be put onto that path. And Phantom says, one of my favorites is fresh cheesecake. Do you just, do you like it hot or do you like it cold? Like it right out of the oven? Also love the Cheesecake Factory. Who doesn't? I agree. They, that's dangerous, especially when you have all the different flavors. You're like, I just got to try the different types. My favorite though is just the plain. They have all the cool ones, but I just like the plain. Doesn't have to get fancy with all the chocolates and caramels and nuts and fruits. It's good. I do like it that way. But Cornbread says, make fudge, peanut butter, vanilla frosting in a microwave. Melt, mix, and cool. You can also do it with sweetened condensed milk. You take sweetened condensed milk and a bag. Oh, maybe I could do that with the butterscotch. You just melt it and it kind of hardens that way. Because I went through a stage, I told you, I lost like 78 pounds and I was trying to make fudge forever. Every day after school, after I went to Mackinac Island, did for years. And the consistency wasn't right. The flavor could be right sometimes, but not the consistency. And so I gave up after like 3.5 years of trying. One girl brought fudge into work and I'm like, this is so good. This is what I've been trying to make. And she's like, yeah, all you do is, hers was sweetened condensed milk and a bag of chocolate chips. And it would work too with the peanut butter chips or butterscotch chips. But I wonder, I'm sure there's also like marshmallow recipes. Stoic philosophy. And Cornbread says same. I gained a lot of weight trying to make fudge because if you get water in it, it like crumbles or it clumps. Other times too, it was like kind of like in between Hershey syrup and hot fudge. Great flavor, but that was probably the best flavor. But I couldn't get it right. I got it right like 2 or 3 times, and then you want more of it. So. All right, so we got to cut this watermelon up. Hate cutting watermelon. You don't know why? There's really nothing wrong with it. It just gets messy. I think that's why I don't like it. All right. And then tomorrow I'm going to have a lot of cleanup to do. Might have to do that tonight. I won't do that. I won't bore you guys with that. Let me wipe this down a little bit. Oh, I think it's still in storage. I have a watermelon cutter. I've never used it. Kind of like those apple core thingies. Where is it? And it might still be in storage. That's the other thing I got to do. I don't know. All right, so here's the watermelon. I didn't get a really big one this time. Still struggle with getting dizzy. Just got the #1 gifter badge. Oh my goodness. Phantom, thank you so much.
Phantom sent Henry the Hedgehog. That is fantastic. Thank you so much. Henry the Hedgehog. That's the first Henry I've gotten. Broad and spacious is the old personality. But I appreciate that. We just had our first time together. So Ron says, trying to be more pure and respect your body and have morals. The more others want to see you slip up and be immoral. It's a game to those types. What do that? It's evil. That is a true narcissistic attack. They look at you as you think you're so special or so smart. They focus on making you fall down or putting you in a bad light to others. And that's where we talk. Oh my gosh. Who else gave me something? Oh, you got a hi bear. Thank you. Is it Sherry? Thank you. Oh, and a finger heart. Look at all that. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Is it Sherry or Cheryl? I can't tell if there's a dot or not, but I appreciate that. Thank you for liking the live. I can't tell if there's a separation between if it's Sherry or Cheryl. I'm assuming Sherry. And Rap says, what's up? What's up? What's up? We're just out in the kitchen getting ready to chop up this watermelon. Number says, well, not all problems are based on narcissistic personality disorder. Nope, but a lot of times it's based on selfishness or not doing what we should be doing things our own way, temptations, frustrations. And that's why getting ourselves in the best mental health can really give you just a better life. So you're right. It's not all about narcissism. All right, so here we go. Let me get a cutting board. Looks nice and red. Don't fall. But a lot of problems, deal with the mental health or miscommunication. And once that miscommunication starts happening, it causes mental health problems, frustration, anxiety, depression. And then some of us have had like stressors in our lives that sometimes can be quite difficult to overcome. And Phantom says, did I get a ripe watermelon? I think it might be a little too ripe. I'm waiting to see. It is ripe. It is ripe. I think it's good. I haven't tasted it yet. Let's see. I will try it. Perfecto. Yep, this is good. This is definitely good. It's going to get eaten up tomorrow too, so it will be perfect. I have no idea. How do you guys do your watermelons? This is how I do it. There you go. Now I wish I had that thing. Yeah, this is probably going to be good for 2 or 3 more days. So it's at the peak of ripeness, I think. Yeah, this is perfect timing. I am not a perfectionist, but it's working. My secrets on how I cook. I love it. Nobody's supposed to see this. Now let's make sure I don't. The kids ate. Oh my gosh, that's all they ate. They ate my watermelon instantly last time. Maybe I should have gotten a bigger one. I don't know. That's good. Perfect. And then watermelon seems to get sweeter overnight. When you cut it, that's why I'm doing it now. Cut it, put it in the fridge. This is peak sweetness. This is super sweet.
kind of waste a little bit. I also kind of wish I got some pineapple. I forget about pineapple. That was my favorite fruit for the longest time. And then I started having some bad pineapples where they just weren't real sweet. Do you guys think food has changed at all over the years? I know like processed foods like Twinkies, I think are way different now. But vegetables and stuff, do you think they've changed over time? They look at you as you think you're so special. That is true. Number says my dad doesn't want to learn other languages. You gotta want to do it because it can be overwhelming. You're training your brain to think different. I love learning languages though. I love connecting with people. I love learning languages. And I also teach it for a living to my foreigners so they can communicate with people. Communication is that important. All right, I'm cooking. How much time do I have left? Okay, about 6 more minutes on the cookies. Perfect. Ah! I didn't make that big of a mess tonight. That's the thing, when you start having parties, it's like you run out of space in your fridge. I do have a fridge right here that I need to get into the laundry room. I'm just waiting for some cabinets to be moved. And then that would be nice to have 2 refrigerators. Hold on, guys. I'll catch up with you. Oh, shit. Look at that. Perfect. Fully filled this tub. And I don't have room in the fridge. Maybe. Yeah, I do. Perfect. All right, we'll check on those cookies. And I appreciate you guys hanging with me tonight. Ron says the mineral combination in the ground has changed over time. And the farming. I agree with that. Yeah, so it will be different. Phantom, number 1 says Italian, Spanish, and German. That's the 3 I have learned. Which one did you think was the easiest? Italian and Spanish are pretty similar, I think. Herbal tea. That sounds good right now. Actually, I feel like putting my hot water in. I only know like das gut. I don't really know German. Ron says Hostess was going out of business. Then they got snatched up. The recipe was altered slightly. Original recipe stayed with original owners. And the concept. Yeah, I don't like Twinkies. I used to love Suzy Q's. Now they just seem so dry and crummy. And I see Mimi peeking out of bed. Actually Italian. Okay. Blinds over the eyes. Mimi, why can't you sleep? I think you just want to talk to me. I think you like being in the live. But we definitely want to make sure you don't get yourself too tired. The more you can stay on a schedule, the better it is. Here I am a hypocrite, but it's the truth. Helps avoid some brain fog. But yeah, Mimi, poor Mimi. Mimi's a little bit younger. She's missed out on the great Hostess. She's never experienced the Twinkies that we did. I can't remember. I had a recipe for making Twinkies. I can't remember what it was. It was like pound cake and Cool Whip or something. I had some recipe that was pretty similar. But yeah, I don't like even like the ding dongs or ding dons. Is it ding don? What are they? We used to call them ding dongs. Were they ever ding dongs or were they always ding dons? Those used to be really good. Now they're just like, I think it's ding dons. Can you Google search that for me? We call them ding dongs. I don't know if they were ever legitimately ding dongs. I think they were ding dons. You know, I call them ding dongs.
Turn off the lights. Mimi, why do you want to cry? What's going on? Phantom says, travel a lot for my job, so more or less have to learn the languages. And yeah, you have to get by. I know when I went to China, I'm so glad I learned at least what I could. Sometimes even just please and thank you can get you by. Also like the different little sign language though. So number says the melatonin will build when you immerse oneself in darkness. So yeah, naturally it's ding dongs. You guys agree it's ding dongs? No, it's ding dons. I promise you. What do you guys think? You can't be here alone. Where's your, do you know when your dad's going to be back? Is he at work or just having fun? Reese is here, Goofy. And thank you for the follow. Ding dongs? Come on, guys. There's ding dong, unless that's like a no-brand one. You Googled it. Google is Cynthia Schiller wrong. I'd rather not be here anymore. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to adopt you. Well, you don't have a choice in it. So, and do you just mean at your dad's house? Is that what you mean? Or do you mean in the world? But recently purchased a translator. What translator are you using? So that helps. I'm trying to remember. I got to talk to the lady again. There's ones like $200 because we're having problems with the Arabic. And then when I tried with my Japanese families, they just laughed. They thought it was so funny because it was so far off. But something talk, if I remember right. And it's like $200. But I forgot. This is why sometimes you need to set reminders. I would have forgotten about the cookies. Let me see if they're ready. I got to clean this up too. Got a big old sticky mess right here. Nope, they're not done yet. They're getting there. All right, let me reset this. The oven at my parents' house, as if you opened it, it would turn the oven off. It drove me insane. Never had I think my dad might have set it that way too. So you open it, and I think he did it for safety reasons, but I like to check on things and give them a little bit more time. And so whenever I go over there to cook, you open it and, you wait another 15 minutes and the oven's off. So that part was frustrating every Thanksgiving, having to do that. And then the other thing I don't like, tell me if you guys do this. Oh, it drives me crazy. Do you guys leave in your main area of your oven, do you guys leave your like cookie sheets and baking pans? Do you guys leave them in your oven? I never do that. And I have some family members who do that. I don't like that. So I like to just turn on the oven. I forget to check it. I got to start doing that because a lot of other people will do that. Hold on, guys. Let me get my glasses back on. Get this cleaned up just a little bit so it's functional. It smells so good in here. And there's my beautiful cake. I don't know if I'll have time. Maybe we can frost it tonight. Maybe it'll be cool enough. Oh, good night. Numbers, thanks for joining us. You're going to leave very soon and go back to bed? Yeah, we got people. Yeah, Mimi, what are you talking about? Sleep is critical to the mood balance, and right now you're tired. You were doing a little bit better earlier. Phantom says the translator is on the phone. Yeah, so we do that at school, which has been really nice, really nice. They have where you can just talk to it now too, and it translates. Is that the kind you use where you just talk to it, or you got to type it in? So good night, Numbers. Mimi says, I'm going to leave. Nope. You got to be careful. No, like this. Nope. And I'll tell you what, if you're religious, really think about It's getting serious. I know. And that's what I'm telling you. You got to talk to someone. You have to talk to someone. And Phantom says, yes, the one you talk to is very useful for the translators. So Mimi, you got to reach out to somebody in your family that can help you. It's time for an intervention because, you're saying it's getting serious and you're talking about some things that can not be undone, where it's permanent. And, religiously, God wants you to have faith in him. And it's saying that you don't trust him. And, there's consequences to some of the choices that we make, that you got people rooting for you. You have to invite that love in. And there's times you got to be proactive, that we have to get to the root cause of what's really frustrating us. And, you have to have the tough talk with your dad about what you're feeling. And if you can't talk to him, maybe talk to a school, liaison or something to kind of smooth things so you can have some communication, even through a third party, because talking that way, the next step is action. And I don't want that to happen for you. So you're tired. No, you're just giving up, and you're not worth giving up. You're worth more than that. You are worth more than that. So Phantom says 100% faith in God. He will get you always through the storms. And that is so true, but you have to trust it. And, I keep telling you, there's people that I know that have tried that and are so glad it didn't go through, that it was a second chance. But not everybody gets that second or third chance. And it can be painful. It can not go through as planned and cause severe damage that can be lifelong. And you don't know anymore. And that's okay. You're searching for answers. And, sometimes, I used to be really into the youth group. Have you gone to a youth group? I don't know if you're Christian, but if you can go to like a church youth group, if you have a good one. I got to go to Colorado. I got to go whitewater rafting in Pennsylvania. Everybody was friends. And even if you're not friends with everybody, that maybe there's one or two people. So when we say that we're a Christian, part of it is trusting God and not being our own God. So right now, what you're doing is telling God that you don't care what he wants. He wants you to live. And he's got blessings for you that you haven't even seen yet. So he's telling you, trust in me. So you're in a youth group. Okay. Do you like your youth group? How often do you go? Do you go on Wednesdays and Sundays? Marlo is here. But have you talked to your pastor or your youth pastor? Because when we start wanting to give up, that's the devil taking our soul. And don't give in to the devil, because, he sees you're at a vulnerable time. And, that's when you got to fight back. So it's time. I go on Fridays. And did you not go tonight? Because part of, so today's Friday. Phantom says she is telling you, Mimi, the truth from her heart, and she has an amazing heart. Well, thank you. Yes. And, I've told you that, looking back, I got a lot of good advice that I didn't take. And, sometimes really listen to those words. Phantom's backing me up, and, look at that. Oh, thank you for that. Thank you for the hand hearts, Phantom. I appreciate that. So it's next week. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to kind of have some consistency too, and to do some things to pray every night. And part of I got to take these cookies out. But you know how, hold on, let me. Check them out. Here are my cookie bars. I think I'm going to do 1 or 2 more minutes. But I will turn the temperature off. All right, set this for just a few more minutes. So praying is kind of like talk therapy in a way, but you're talking to God. You're can be vulnerable. You know, you can tell him everything that's going on. Sometimes we feel like we can't. I don't burn the cookies. I know, and they smell good. They smell good. Look at me, nice and buttery. Anthony, good to have you here. I share a DJ I like very much with you. Show Bass House DJ set, Winter Wonderland. And are you sharing just by typing, or how did you share it with me? Winter Wonderland. Huh? What kind of music? Bass House DJ set. So great job. You've gone live for 90 minutes. Don't forget to take a break. It says I'm not taking a break, and I'm not burning the cookies either. And Mimi, thank you for liking the live. There's times it's the devil trying to take your soul. It's the devil trying to take your soul. So you can trust God's plan, or you can give up, and you know what the devil's all about. I would fight back, tooth and nail. Number says prayer opens up the opportunity to be friends with God, to be close to him. When you intend and God is invisible, you're sleeping. So yeah, I mean, it starts that relationship, you're vulnerable enough to, if you think about it, he wants to get you through this, but there are lessons, and you're your beautiful soul, and that's what the devil wants to take down. If you think about it, he wants you on his side, and I'm not going there, and I hope you're not going there, because I plan on waiting. There's no rush to get to heaven, and then you get to see me all the time. Just not now, because I'm not there. So don't do it. Old people first. Respect your elders. You're so drained. I know, honey, and that's part of why these emotions are a little heightened. Because when we're exhausted, then it opens up. So you're tired, and I don't mean to make this discounted, but if you think of like little children, you're pretty much a grown woman, but when little kids are really tired, they cry, they scream, they throw temper tantrums, and they do that because they're tired. They lose their cool because they're tired. They don't make wise choices. They don't follow directions. They don't do this or that. So, Mimi, you're going to stop talking like that. But don't play your own God. Let God do that. So, do I like? I don't know what that is. Ron says, learn from others' mistakes whenever possible. Yeah, don't do the mistake yourself. Do not do the mistake yourself. And you don't want to break my heart either. God knows you're tired. Yep. And you're tired too. So what is the wise decision? There's times, we pray to God, but we have to also help him help us. So when we know we're tired, God's not going to lift you up and put you in bed. And it's kind of training you how to shut off all these intrusive thoughts, things like that, or to find comfort. Mimi, I don't know your financial situation, but what I think would be nice, if you can get a weighted blanket. Those are nice. Maybe ask Dad if he can get you a weighted blanket. And I sleep a lot better with one. What do you think about that? Do you have anybody in your family that can buy you a weighted blanket, or do you have some money? It'd be worth it. Number says another thing, a diagnosis would help. Yeah, because ruling out, do we have ADHD or depression or anxiety? LOL, why? Why what? Why what? Why? Why is this? You got to tell me why. I guess that opens it up to so many questions. All right, so I think they're done. I think they're done. I don't know. A blanket? I love mine. It's like I like feeling like that, smothered. It's almost like when you're in utero, when you're inside your mom, you're all squished in there. It's kind of like a comfort. It's just a nice heavy blanket. And it's soothing. I sleep better. Just kind of helps stop the rolling around. You can still roll around with it, but I love mine. Does anybody else have a weighted blanket? And maybe you can ask for your birthday or something like that. A weighted blanket. Phantom says, "Oh, I got a crack in my screen." Oh, I was going to try to translate. It means the heart is not commanded. Let me see. Cuor. This is Italian, right? Non si comanda. That's got to be the Italian because it's not Spanish. Means the heart is not commanded, or the heart wants what it wants. Yeah, but sometimes what our heart wants isn't. Yeah, it's like I can kind of read Italian. I probably messed up the pronunciation, but I see some similarities. I don't know. But I know you're tired. I want you to go get some sleep. And Poppy is here. Fish, what are we talking about? Take it from someone who had near-death experience twice. Find calm or something that calms the mind. My fish keeping was very calming. Fly tying for fishing, arts drawing, old school counting sheep. Yeah, sometimes we can't sleep because you're on TikTok. TikTok is addictive. TikTok gets your mind going down that rabbit hole, and it's not always good. Even though I am on TikTok, limit the time on TikTok, especially if you're a teenager. You're leaving later. Leaving my TikTok show? What do you mean you're leaving soon? The TikTok? What do you mean by leaving? Don't talk all cryptic with me. See, now I have my cookies in here. Gotta pull them out. You let them cook a little longer. They're just soft in the middle. That's the only thing with cookie bars is the middle part. The middle part is the hard part to cook. You listen to relaxing, soft music that helps me sleep and relax. And that's great advice. Number is asking, do you have a journal? Sometimes journaling or trying to get poetic, writing your thoughts out. Okay, so oops, sorry guys. What do you mean by soon? You're going to go to bed soon? EMD with no words. She said every Friday she's going to the youth group. There's so much stuff on the live chats. So yeah, every Friday you got that to look forward to. So you have an assignment from teacher Cynthia that I want to know how your youth group goes. And you got to remember too, sometimes our purpose is helping other people. And Phantom says, agree with writing a journal. It gets your thoughts out there. Mimi says, no, I'm going to sleep. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm logging off pretty soon because I need you to go to sleep. I am your mom, and I'm telling you to go to bed, and you're not listening. I'm your adoptive mom that hasn't adopted you, and you're not listening to me. So what do you think about that? No, you are my daughter. All right, so I'm going to log off because I want Mimi, when you start talking like that, that's sad, and you're that tired that, I'm doing this out of love, that I want you to go get some sleep. You need to get some sleep. Ron says, I did youth group when I was in my mid-20s. Did you enjoy it? And I mean that with love, is that don't leave me. I'm not going to leave you. And that's what we're talking about, the object constancy that you might struggle with is I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow. And as we emotionally mature, that we have to realize, I'm here for you. I am here for you. But this is going to help in your other relationships too, to where, we appreciate what people give us. And there's times that we have to have strength within ourselves. So, I'm giving you advice. I'm telling you to get some sleep. Phantom and Numbers are talking about writing poetry or journaling or taking some prayer time. And these are to help you. And it's up to you to take over and start doing that for yourself. I can't fix anything until you help me, you help God, you help yourself do it. Those are several good advice that you didn't take. And you have to decide, how am I going to get out of this? What steps am I going to take? So Mimi, do you have books? Yes, sometimes just, getting lost in a book, distract that mind. I get tired when I read, 5 minutes of a book, not research, but 5 minutes of a book, I'll go to sleep. Phantom says, good night to everyone. And Mimi, you are in my prayers, and I hope you get that. You get some rest. So we're going to log off. Tomorrow is not that far away. It seems like it. It seems like you might have ADHD, like you were talking about. And I'm not diagnosing you, but there's, the object constancy and the time, but you're also young. And Donna, thank you for joining in. So Mimi, I'm doing this for you to where I want you to either journal. You can even message me and I'll message you back. I'll be up for a little while if you want to journal something to me. And Phantom says, take care, everyone, and God bless. So we can keep in contact. You can journal something to me. But I have to get some sleep too. And rainfall sound is good. Yeah. But there's times that we have to take over and we have to kind of help ourselves. So I love you, and I will see you in tomorrow's stream. Lightning sounds good on YouTube. I love the sound of lightning. All right, guys, I'm logging off. Thanks so much. And Mimi, I love